Welcome to day 571 of our Web3 journey. I'm Ed Krasenstein here with my twin brother Brian. And remember, these videos are being sponsored by NFT Tech. They are an investor in DeSoFi. So, getting started, the crypto space, it seems to be holding steady, I guess you could say, with Bitcoin hovering at around $19,600. I think we're going to see some change. I think we're going to see something happen in the next couple of weeks because we have that downtrend that's meeting support, and it's either going to break above that downtrend or fall below the support. Who knows, but I think it's going to happen soon. But Walmart's getting bullish on crypto.
Yeah. So Walmart, their CTO, Technology Officer, was at the Yahoo Finance All Market Summit. His name is Suresh Kumar. And he said that he envisions a future where digital assets will be used both in Walmart's online stores as well as in virtual worlds. So this really got some ears to perk up, and I think that it's known that Walmart has been researching NFTs. They've been researching the crypto space and want to integrate these technologies in some way. Kumar is definitely interested in this, but just to what extent we don't know yet. They're being pretty mum. Kumar did say crypto will become an important part of how customers transact. We want to make sure that we make it as friction free for customers so that they are able to drive value out of it. So Walmart's planning big things, I think, and I wouldn't doubt it if several major corporations are as well. I think as we come out of this crypto winter, I think we're going to see a boom, and we're going to see some corporations start normalizing crypto more, and I think that's going to add fuel to, I think, the next wave or the next summer in the crypto space.
Yeah, definitely. And moving on to DeSo. DeSo released a press release yesterday, and it was featured on Yahoo Finance, which is pretty awesome and amazing, I think. It was titled "Millions of NFT Artists Seek New Home as DeSo Launches New Creator Monetization Features." Big for the DeSo NFT space, I think. Hopefully, there's a lot of people reading it. It talks a lot about NFTZ.me, which is Brian and my project. It talked about how we've launched timed auctions through our social NFT platform, and it's allowing for better creator monetization and price discovery for NFT artists. Thanks to DeSo team for including us in this press release. I think it's awesome. It also mentioned how DeSo NFT activity has just hit an all-time high of 20,000 transactions, and this, according to them, makes it the third chain in the industry above Solana, Ethereum, Flow, Polygon, and BNB chain. They talked about the issues that Solana and Magic Eden have been having, of course, where artists are really upset because Magic Eden made royalties optional. And this is mainly because Solana didn't really take the precautions to ensure that royalties remain permanently attached to these NFTs. And the article quoted Natter saying, quote, "If Solana had put NFT auctions on chain, it could have had programmatically enforced royalties, which then would have prevented the race to the bottom that NFT marketplaces like Magic Eden are currently in." I think Solana did put NFTs on chain, or the auctions on chain, but I don't think these marketplaces are utilizing them. And it kind of became, I guess, like the de facto way of doing Solana NFTs.
Yeah, the article brought up many very good points. I think DeSo is well positioned to try and take some market share from Solana, especially those artists who are kind of pissed off about the royalty situation, and a decentralized, immutable social identity on the DeSo blockchain can solve for that. There are loopholes and there's ways around it with transfers and stuff, but I don't see that as being quite as big a concern as what's going on with Solana right now.
I mean, I think there's always loopholes. There's loopholes for
Right.
everything that you can do, but it might not be moral, it might not be legal.
Right. So moving on, DeSo released some really interesting stats yesterday, and these are the monthly stats for the last month. And surprising, I'd say. I know we've had a lot of activity, but they said that there's 3 million plus on-chain social transactions in the last month. There's been 120,000 new profiles created.
Wow.
Now, I'm guessing there's some of these are bots. Some of them are coming on to claim free NFTs. They might be bots. They might be just one and doneers. But overall, 120,000 new profiles. That's really impressive. The daily active user numbers have increased eightfold, so 800% over the previous month, which is very significant. We have a couple more of those 800% gainer months. I think we're going to be headed to the mainstream. Uh, they shipped multiple upgrades. They mentioned, which is definitely true. We've seen, of course, a DeSo dollar launch. We're seeing a lot of really cool things happening, and if you looked at the roadmap, a lot more is to come. And I just want to point out, people are concentrating on the roadmap, but there's a lot going on behind the scenes with these third-party applications. NFTZ has some cool things planned. I know Pearl is working on something pretty big. I know Zirkles is doing something that they're going to hopefully be on our show next week talking about. Story, of course, is slowly integrating the NFT stuff. There's just a lot going on, and I think there's a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, definitely, and it's amazing what how much growth we saw in the last month. I really don't think anybody was expecting that so soon. So moving on, Natter made an interesting post on chain asking the community what they think of Setu DSU, Setu DSO, SETU underscore DSO. He said he's considering contributing to their DAO on DAO. And he went on to say they seem to have a pretty strong business model whereby they can charge fees for carrying your content over from other platforms, Web2 platforms. It's almost like what market makers do on crypto exchangers, moving liquidity from one exchange to another, but for content instead of coins, like a content liquidity provider. I think that's a really awesome way of explaining it. If you haven't checked out Setu DSU, definitely go to their website. It's Web3Setu, Web3Setu.com. They basically help creators who are building on Web2, building their profiles on Web2 social media, and they help you port your content over to Web3, over to the DeSo blockchain. And I think apps like this are what we really need to help bring bigger creators, smaller creators, medium-sized creators onto DeSo.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely check them out. Uh, and talking about apps or nodes on DeSo, what's going on with OverCloud and Don Hardman?
Yeah, so I really like OverCloud. I've been a fan of OverCloud since they launched. Don Hartman's done a great job. MoveOn's done a great job. But unfortunately, they were not able to get the investment that they needed to continue on, to really continue building and pushing this thing forward, which I think is really unfortunate. And they also said they lost some motivation while working for over a year and basically getting nothing in return. They said they decided to place the source code of OverCloud up for auction as an NFT on the DeSo blockchain. It doesn't come with the OverCloud domain name, logo, brand name. It's just the code. It includes a source code, support for first-time use, color scheme and website UI, the UI for the mobile app as Figma mockup, so that mobile app wasn't out yet, but they have the mockups for it. The reserve, so it's up for auction, but they don't have to accept the top bid. They basically have a reserve in place. They can accept a bid if they want to. Whether or not somebody bids enough to actually purchase this source code or not, I don't know. I hope somebody does, and I hope somebody builds something that is completely amazing on DeSo. I think eventually it would pay off. It's just, right now there's some uncertainty about building apps on DeSo just because some apps have not been able to succeed, not been able to receive investments or get interested investors. I think a huge part of that is because the crypto winter we're in, VCs are not as excited about investing into crypto, really investing into anything right now since the stock market and overall markets are down as well. But hopefully hopefully we see somebody buy this and we see a reemergence of a future OverCloud-like app.
Yeah, as I viewed the auction, I saw that there were three bids. Andreas PZ bid under one DeSo. Then Alex Toma came in and bid 10 DeSo, and then Disruptpreneur is actually the lead bidder at 12.6 DeSo. Not very much money. That's about, I don't know, $190 or so. So I mean, if you are interested in kind of reigniting OverCloud, maybe under a different name, then it's not a bad price. A lot of work has been put into this by Don Hardman and his team. So definitely check out the auction. It's on NFTZ. You can just find it at the overcloud.nftz.me link.
Yeah, I can't imagine how many hours of work went into the development of that, and it's really unfortunate, you know. So moving on, DeSo Labs. Conchi's a big proponent behind DeSo Labs. They're going to be holding a clubhouse room today at 1 p.m. Eastern time to share the details of their crypto winter 2022 hackathon that's starting on October 20th. So that's only 2 days away. So they're going to also be opening up the sale of their community NFT sponsorships so that the DeSo community members can get more directly involved and support this upcoming community hackathon. Check it out. If you have time, definitely go to the clubhouse room. I'm sure it's just going to be a great conversation with some old friends, some DeSo OGs. Check it out, 1 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and make it. It's the timing's a little bit weird for me, but I'm gonna try and be there. So happy birthday, DeSocial World. 1 year ago today, October 18th, 2021, Ado started DeSocial World. And Ado himself, he's been a member of DeSo for 551 days, which is much longer than a year. And BitClout Netherlands started 537 days ago. And BitClout Netherlands pretty much kind of merged into DeSocial World. It became DeSocial World. That was like the starting out part of DeSocial World. And Ado pointed out that on Christmas Eve 2021, Natter posted from the node for the first time ever, or from the app, if you want to call it that. Also, in their latest featured creator video segment, as you know, their goal is to feature 50 videos from 50 different creators in 50 different countries worldwide. Their latest featured creator is Lil Lover, who is based in Estonia. And I'm going to just play a clip of that right now.
Lil Lover, ma olen Eestist, Tallinnast ja ma tulin DeSosse sellepärast, et ma tahtsin kohta, kus ma saaksin müüa oma kunsti, leida sellele toetajaid, salvesta seda internetis kuskil, niimoodi, et ma saaksin luua ilusaid galeriisid ja oma projekte kuskil väljendada. Ja tavaline sotsiaalmeedia lihtsalt ei olnud selle jaoks õige koht. Ja mulle meeldib DeSocial World sellepärast, et toob kokku erinevad kultuurid ja pakub inimestele võimalus suhelda üksteisega ükskõik kus maailmas.
Remember, you can submit your video and have a chance to win $10 if it's used. There's probably a decent chance of it being used. So definitely go out and submit your video if you have a few minutes.
Unless you're from America or like another large country that has a ton of people in DeSo.
Yeah, if you're from like Sri Lanka or somewhere like, well, not Estonia anymore because Lil Lover filled in. But it's definitely worth it. Get some publicity out there, get your name out there. And I think the more important thing is just to show everybody how connected we all are. I think like no matter where you are, it's kind of like a big family. We're all working together on this.
Exactly. And I want to say congratulations to DeSo OG Michelle Lord. She was announced as one of the nominees as a rising star for the 2022 Women That Build Globant Awards. So congratulations, Michelle Lord. Very well deserved for everything you're doing in the Web3 world and everything you're doing on the internet in general. Great person, great builder, super knowledgeable, great business mindset. Congratulations, Michelle Lord.
Absolutely. One of the best people on DeSo, OG for sure.
So yesterday we had Jody Bossert and Chermislav Digdon on our show to talk about the Clout Jacks NFT series that's coming out maybe today, sometime this week. I know it's super soon, very soon. But today is going to be a new collaboration taking place between Clout Jacks and Swaffs. So it's going to be a timed auction on NFTZ.me. It's going to begin at 20 GMT plus 1, which is 3 p.m. Eastern time, I believe. And it's going to end tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So it's a 24-hour auction. Check the auction out at swaps.nftz.me starting at 3 p.m. today. I think you'll really like the NFT. So for those who don't know, Clout Jacks is created by Jody Bossert and Chairmanslav Digdon, along with Sergio AOV and art by Beds. And Swaps is created by Dennis Carsey, all OGs of DeSo. This is a great project. I can't wait to see how many bids come in for this live auction.
Yeah, I love the idea of Clout Jacks and what they're doing for sure. But talking about NFTs, a Goosey's NFT, the Monsters #7, it got 33 DeSo. So it sold for 33 DeSo, which around right now it's about almost $500 or so. Meta Philosopher was the winning bidder. Congrats to Goosey's. Goosey's a great series. This was Greed Goose. Definitely check it out. Check out the Goosey's NFTZ page, of course. Great job to everybody involved.
Yes, indeed. So as many of you know, NFTZ is the only place where you can post, view, and bid on live timed auctions. Actually, you can bid on them on other apps, but you can view the live timed auctions and mint live timed auctions on nftz.me. Just go to nftz.me/auctions and you can see all of the live timed auctions that are ending soon in the next 24 hours. I just want to highlight a few that are ending in the next 24 hours. IRM has an NFT Man in His Grenade. I really like this one. It's pretty interesting looking, to say the least. It's being auctioned off by Divine, and it's ending at 11:15 a.m. Divine's also auctioning off a Graffiti Guys by Tropics and Team, number 41. This was a huge collection back in the day. It's good to see these kind of being reborn in the format of live auctions. Sergio AOV, who's one of the individuals behind Clout Jacks, I lost my spot there for a minute, is auctioning off Devilish Tenderness number 001, and that's ending at 11:20 a.m. Eastern time. Then Beer Buds, good old Beer Buds, is auctioning off number 150 of the Beer Buds NFTs. It's a level 1 NFT, ending at 12:15 p.m. Eastern time. And Flyman by Brutal ends at 1 p.m. Eastern time. The top offer is currently 0.2 DeSo right there on that NFT, and Ready Player One's in the lead. Several wormholes are being auctioned off ending this afternoon. Andrea SPZ is auctioning 2 of them off, but Wormholes is actually auctioning one off themselves, and it's a special edition. It's called the DeSo Diamond 1 of 1, and it ends at 3 p.m. Eastern time. This is one outside of the collection. The Wormholes collection is a special edition, and like I said, ending at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Currently, there's actually a bidding war on it going on between NFT trading account BitClout FR, Rhubarb, Zian Mead, and Nordian. It's going to be interesting to follow that and see how many more bids come in before it ends. And there's many other live auctions going on. I could only name a few, because I don't want to take up too much of your time. Brian, do you want to tell us who the 10 people with the most NFT bids in the last 24 hours are?
Yes, thanks to NFTZ, these people bid on the most NFTs in the last day on the DeSo blockchain, and they are Coco Latos, Sajin, Tianjiu, Ambitious Lynch, Sable123, Solate, Maz H, Andrea SPZ, Daryl Gold, and Mr. Music. And the top diamond creators over the last 24 hours, according to our friends at Alton-Base, these people received the most diamonds or tips on their posts and replies on the DeSo blockchain in the last day. Metonymy, Lil Lover, who we just talked about, had a great video released on the social world yesterday. Michelle Lord, who we also talked about, doing great things. BitClout OG, winning awards left and right. Krasenstein, which is us, of course. Cyberpunk Apes, the social world. Bullish Crypto Info, Miami, Japan. Filippo Albertin, and Shady Acres.
Some new names on that list. And today's events, thanks once again to Ms. Katie Ann for providing us with this list. At 11 a.m. Eastern Time, the NFT Roundtable Future of PFP Projects debate with Mario Nawfal on Twitter Spaces. If you haven't attended a Mario Nawfal Twitter Spaces event yet, make this your first. It's well worth it. At 1 p.m. Eastern Time is a DeSo Labs Crypto Winter 2022 Hackathon. Clubhouse room that I talked about earlier with Conchi, Mesha Lin, Ian Mead, Slavas, Sean Slater, Ado from The Social World, Nikolai from Altum Base, and many, many others. And at 2 p.m. Eastern Time is the DeSo Alt Space Metaverse. This one is a big room that's been taking place on AltSpace VR. Daryl Gold, Wildography, Dr. Rob, Mr. Triplet, Restart You, Clay Perry Music, I'm CompuBear, Extinct, Vararishka, Sky Black Tunes, Rhubarb, Spunk Art, Jay Lamb, Anna Natter, Dap, Our Pete, Salvo, Wendy Lee, Maintain the Reason, GDS, Amber Byers, Nia McMahon, Speaking Light, John Jordan, Infrared Artist, Ariana Simpson, ETH, The Devil, Now and Then, Quanti, Stefan Orlando, and many, many more. Miss Katie Ann, you made a very long list there, but I'm glad I got to talk about some people who are partaking in the community events. And I just want to welcome back 3 people who have been gone from the DeSo blockchain for at least 30 days who have come back and taken at least some action on the blockchain. Sidz, S-I-D-Z, I'm sure many of you remember him. DeSo OG, who had been gone, glad to see him back. Jeff Hayward's another DeSo OG. And Crayola, C-R-A-O-L-A. And I think that's all the news we have for today. A lot of name dropping today, I guess. Everybody have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.